Yes, people, and welcome back to a Yorkshire Lad Talks Football, and welcome back to another video. First of all, do we like this new little setup we've got going on? Got a nice little light going on, nice little backdrop. England are playing in the Euros, got the England flag out. Of course, when Chelsea play, we'll turn back to Chelsea. But new little setup. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Today's video, we are talking about the top 5 players from Euro 2020 Game Week 3. I've already done the first 2 game weeks. I'm going to make it a bit of a series, do Game Week 3 and then go through the rounds as we progress through the knockouts. But before we start the video, let me get all the waffle out of the way. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, drop a like and leave a comment as well telling me who your top 5 players were from Euro 2020 Game Week 3. Now in 5th place we have Xherdan Shaqiri. The Liverpool man put on a fine display for Switzerland against Turkey in their 3-1 victory. It was a very Xherdan Shaqiri performance, let's call it. 2 bangers, created a lot, was the magician for Switzerland, and that's what we've come to know of Shaqiri over the years. He's got a wonderful left foot, and that left foot does some damage, but it's not only his left foot. In this game, he scored an absolute belter with his right foot. 2 screamers, the right foot first of all. I think it was to put them 1-0 up or maybe 2-1 up, but gets it at the edge of the box, and you think, no, he's going to get it back on his left. No, Shaqiri takes a shot with his right foot. You've heard it here first. Shaqiri, right-footed. Yes, he banged it. He banged it in that top corner, curled it beyond the keeper, and his second goal was equally as a good finish, but with his left foot, just inside the box. He bent it with his left foot this time, and it was a trademark Shaqiri finish, let's call it. But yeah, Shaqiri brilliant in that game against Turkey, and he deserves to be in 5th place for my top 5 players of Game Week 3. Now in 4th place we have Emil Forsberg from Sweden after his brilliant performance in their 3-2 victory against Poland. It was such a big game. The game had a lot riding on it, and Forsberg stepped up. The Leipzig man, he's had a nice Euros, to be fair. It's his 3rd goal. He scored 2 in that game, and they were both clinical finishes. First one, gets it on the left-hand side of the box, left-footed shot across the keeper to put Sweden 1-0 up, and it was something crazy, the first minute or something. And the second was brilliant. It was brilliant. It came to him, edge of the box, bends it in with his right foot, uses the pace of the ball. But none other than that, Forsberg was brilliant all game. He has a brilliant chemistry connection with Isaac, the young superstar, but Forsberg was the standout in this game, not Isaac this time. He controlled things. He was the creator for Sweden, and he got 2 goals to cap his performance off. So yeah, that is Emil Forsberg in at number 4. In at number 3, we have none other than the Danish Maldini himself, Andreas Christensen. He deserves that name because that was a Maldini-like performance. What a performance from Andreas Christensen. People might say I'm being biased because I'm a Chelsea fan, but not a chance. Not a chance with this one. Denmark, they had to win to go through, and they did. And it was a brilliant night for the nation. Obviously, Christian Eriksen suffered cardiac arrest on the pitch on Game Week 1, which was horrible to see. And I'm sure it stunned the nation. It stunned football for sure. And for them to go through, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. That's all we wanted. They needed lifting. They needed lifting after that incident, and to put on a performance like that, to beat Russia 4-1, and Andreas Christensen, for me, the standout in that game. They're all heroes, don't get me wrong, but Andreas Christensen was absolutely phenomenal. As I've said, Maldini-like performance. Solid at the back, controlled that back line, and as I've said, under Tuchel, he's becoming a bit of a cult hero, and he's clearly doing the same for Denmark. He's really progressing as a footballer and a solid centre-back. And obviously, he scored the absolute screamer to put Denmark 3-1 up. Oh my God, who knew Andreas Christensen could do that kind of thing? But he did it. Denmark needed a third for a bit of respite, let's call it, and up popped Christensen. The keeper made 2 wonderful saves, but it fell to Christensen at the edge of the box and thumps it in. A rocket of a shot. But Andreas Christensen, brilliant display from him, and he deserves to be in my 3rd place for the top 5 players of Game Week 3. In 2nd place, we have Luka Modric, the Croatian man. He helped knock the Scots out the Euros, which is always a good thing. Scotland finished 4th in the group, but Croatia actually progressed. But Modric was at the heart of it. Along with Kovacic, both of them had a shout to be my top 5. But together, they just completely controlled that midfield, completely controlled the proceedings of the game. And obviously, he scored that thunderbolt. But Modric, people were doubting him. People were saying he looked old and laboured against England. But no, he's come back to prove his critics wrong. Brilliant display from Modric, and that goal, bloody hell, what a finish. Kovacic gets it on the left-hand side of the box, just lays it off straight into Modric's path, and here he comes, about 25-30 yards out, outside of the foot, right-footed shot into the top corner, and it breaks Scotland's hearts. And Modric, I love him as a player. What a player he is. He's got everything as you want as a midfielder. He's tenacious in the tackle. He moves the ball forward. He can beat a man in the midfield. And he's got tons and tons of energy. Brilliant display by Modric. And he is number 2 in my top 5 players of Game Week 3. In at number 1, my best player from Game Week 3 at Euro 2020. It is an English player too. I did feel I was a bit harsh on the first week after Calvin Phillips put that in that marvellous display. Second game week, not so much. We were all shocking. But there is one player that was absolutely phenomenal. You could mention a couple against Czech Republic. Bukayo Saka, that is the man. Inventive, full of energy and no fear. This man, he offered so much, something we didn't have in the previous 2 games. Our front three was looking a bit lacklustre and a bit out of ideas, and you don't know whether it's Southgate, but we've certainly missed that drive, that player willing to get in behind, and Saka offered that in abundance. He was absolutely brilliant. Electric, speedy. As I've said, he was constantly looking to run in behind, and it made a great outlet for England players to find him. But yeah, Saka's made a great shout to start in the next game, and it was a bit of a surprise that he started, actually. We thought, well, Foden was one away from suspension, but we thought Sancho might come in for Foden, but it was Saka, and it surprised a lot of people. But tell you what, he delivered, and he deserves to start next game, probably on the basis of that performance. So yeah, Bukayo Saka is in at number 1. Now that I've given you my top 5 players from Game Week 3 at Euro 2020, I hope you like the video. That leaves me to say, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and leave a comment telling me yours. Top 5 players from Game Week 3. Come on, England.